They said my dreams were stupid. They laughed in my face and told me I'd never make it. But today, those same people pay hundreds of dollars just to sit in a room and hear me speak. My name is Lena Brooks, and I grew up in a small town in Ohio, where dreams were supposed to stay small. I was the girl who believed she could change the world, and apparently, that made me a joke. At 21, I was working 2 part-time jobs while studying business administration, but deep down, I had a fire. I wanted to be an entrepreneur, to build something big, something that would change lives. I'd sit at my favorite coffee shop with a notebook, sketching ideas for businesses, branding concepts, and products that could make life easier for people. I shared those dreams with friends, with my boyfriend at the time, even with my own family. And every time the response was the same, a laugh, an eye roll, or a sarcastic, "That's cute, Lena, but maybe stick to something realistic." Even my boyfriend Kyle, who I thought loved me, would say things like, "Babe, you're great at dreaming, but let's be real. You're not cut out for big business." I'd laugh it off, but inside it cut deep. Still, I believed in myself, or at least I tried to. The mockery didn't stop, it grew louder. My so-called friends would whisper about me behind my back, calling me Miss CEO like it was an insult. At parties, they'd ask, "So Lena, how's that billion-dollar company coming along?" Then burst into laughter. But Kyle's betrayal hurt the most. One night, I overheard him on the phone with his buddy, laughing. "Lena thinks she's going to be the next Steve Jobs. Can you imagine? She'll be lucky if she ends up managing a coffee shop." Those words felt like a punch to the chest. This was the man I trusted, the one who was supposed to support me. I wanted to confront him, but I didn't. Not yet. Because I knew that talking wouldn't change his mind, but success would. The final straw came when I pitched an idea to my friends, a simple, innovative app for freelancers to manage projects easily. Instead of feedback, they laughed so hard they cried. "Lena, you barely passed accounting, and you think you can run a tech company?" Even Kyle smirked and said, "Sweetheart, dreams don't pay bills. Stop embarrassing yourself." That night, I cried. I cried so hard I couldn't breathe. But when the tears dried, something inside me shifted. I thought, what if I actually can? What if they're wrong? I decided then and there. I was done seeking validation. I didn't care who believed in me. I believed in me, and that was enough. I broke up with Kyle the next day, packed my bags, moved to the city, and started grinding like my life depended on it, because it did. I worked days at a marketing firm and nights on my app idea. I learned to code, networked like crazy, and lived off ramen noodles to save money. There were setbacks, failures, nights when I thought I couldn't go on. But every time I wanted to quit, I remembered their laughter. And I kept going. 2 years later, my app launched. Within 6 months, it went viral. Major investors came calling. Suddenly, the girl who was a joke was now the founder of a multi-million-dollar tech company. Fast forward to today. I'm walking into a sold-out conference center as the keynote speaker for one of the biggest entrepreneurship events in the country. And in the front row, Kyle, my old friends. All of them, tickets in hand, waiting to hear my story. When I walked on stage, the applause was thunderous. I grabbed the mic, smiled, and said, "To everyone who ever laughed at me, thank you. You gave me the motivation I needed to stand here today." The look on their faces, priceless. Today, I'm living my dream. Not because it was easy, but because I refused to let anyone else define my worth. And here's what I learned. The people who laugh at your dreams are the ones too scared to chase their own. So let their laughter fuel you. Prove them wrong. Not with words, but with success. Subscribe to SilkMirror for more stories where betrayal meets poetic justice. Never shrink your dreams to fit someone else's comfort zone. Dream big, work hard, and make them regret ever doubting you.